everyone, so today I'm going to be doing a try on and a review of the Missha Pore Fection BB cream. So I've been using this on and off for a couple months, and I kind of wanted to figure out, do I like it, what do I like about it, what do I not like about it, and just, overall thoughts and opinions on this product. So I really love the packaging of this. I think it's really pretty, and I also love things that come in squeeze tubes, because then you can actually get all the product out. So that's one thing I definitely like about this so far. And this product is 30 milliliters, and I'm using the color number 1 light beige, and I don't remember right off the top of my head how much this cost. I feel like it was probably between maybe $6 to $8. And my favorite way to apply most foundations and BB creams is with a beauty sponge like this, so I'm going to get started and see how I like it. So just for the sake of easiness, I'm just gonna kind of dot it all over my face. And one thing I think I've realized is that if I apply too much of this, I really don't like it. So I would rather kind of start off with a little bit and then add more than kind of have too much at once. But now I'm gonna blend it all in. And I really like this color. I think it matches me pretty well. I find that most of the time, color number 1 in a lot of Korean beauty products is just the perfect color for me. Now this one is not as gray toned, kind of slightly gray toned as some other BB creams that I like Korean BB creams. One I always talk about as being the perfect match for me is the Choboyoung one from Missha. That one I just have samples of, and I've talked about it a million times, but it's just the perfect color for my skin. It just disappears. This one has a very slight kind of yellow tone to it, but it's not super crazy. I feel like I can still get away with wearing this one and it not looking bad. And this BB cream also has a very slight kind of powdery kind of scent to it as well. So this is how it looks with one layer on. I definitely think it evened out my skin a lot, but it's definitely very natural. It's not mask-like. You can still see some of little imperfections poking through, but it's not this cakey kind of look. It's very, very skin-like. I would also say it's not super shiny or dewy or anything like that. I would say this one is a little bit more towards a satiny kind of matte finish BB cream. So if that's something you like, then keep that in mind, or if it's something you don't like. I'm gonna apply just a little bit more. I wanna see how it builds. And I'm gonna kind of keep this a little bit more concentrated on any areas that I want a little bit more coverage. I feel that it blends pretty easily, even with having the other layer on. I think it, blends pretty well. It's not giving me any kind of issues where sometimes it'll ball up on your skin. And I forgot to mention, I did not apply any primer to my skin, so there's no pore fillers or anything. The only thing I did apply was a little bit of my Sleek Bare Kissed Illuminator, but this is not a primer. It's a liquid highlighter kind of, but I just applied just a tiny bit of that to kind of give my skin a little bit of sheen to it. So it definitely is a little bit more on the satiny matte side, because it did cut down quite a bit of that kind of highlighter effect. And so this is it with the second layer. I think it pretty much looks really good. It blended nicely. It didn't give me any troubles with that. One thing I do notice is that kind of around the creases of my nose, where I have a little bit more kind of dry area, it definitely kind of clings to that spot a little bit more and can kind of show off the little flaky areas a little bit more. But overall, I would say I think that this is probably going to be a little bit better suited for people who have maybe an oily combo kind of skin. My skin is dry, and I find that this isn't uncomfortable or sucking all the moisture out or anything like that, but again, it's not really adding a whole bunch of moisture to my skin. So if you already have issues with oil or sebum and stuff like that, then this might be a good one to kind of help mattify just a little bit. I don't know if this one claims to be a mattifying BB cream or not, but at least on my skin, that's kind of how it comes off. And so I'll give you kind of a close-up look at my skin so you can kind of see what the texture is like. My skin's not perfect. It definitely has some texture and some imperfections, so please keep that in mind. But from at a distance, I would say this is probably not my favorite kind of look for my skin. My Acne Fighting Foundation from e.l.f. is the one that I feel just looks perfect on my skin. This one I feel just shows off a little bit more texture, but I'll give you guys an up close so you can kind of see what I mean. So this is what my skin looks like up close. I turn the light down so you can kind of see a little bit more, kind of this area where it's kind of a little bit drier. And I did prep my skin with a hydrating oil, so that's kind of how it looks. So I'll come back and show you guys what my skin looks like after it's all done. So this is how my face looks after applying all my makeup. I did actually end up applying more blush and bronzer and highlighter, so it is a little bit much right now, but I was filming another video, so yeah, so this is what the makeup looks like. I'll do an up close again just so you can kind of see what it all looks like. And I'll try to either insert like a video or some clips of what the makeup looks like at the end of the night so you can kind of get an idea of how the makeup wore and how it like broke down, or you know, things like that. So overall, my thoughts on this, I actually really do like this BB cream, but I do have to say it's probably not my favorite. I like some that have just a little bit more moisture kind of in it to kind of keep my skin looking not as dry. But if you like a little bit more of like a matte or satiny kind of finish one, I would say this one's definitely worth a try if you fit one of the two colors that they have. I know that's like really annoying when a brand only has literally two colors, but I guess it is what it is. But if the color works for you and you're interested in trying it, I would say give it a shot, especially if you're maybe a little bit more on the oily side of the like skin spectrum. I definitely think it works for dry skin as well, but I just personally prefer something with just a tiny bit more moisture. So in the end, I don't think that I would repurchase this BB cream just because I didn't find it to be like exactly what I wanted. I still really love the Choboyoung BB cream. I feel like it looks great on my skin. The color is such a nice match. This one again does match pretty closely to my skin, but it does have a little bit more of like a slightly yellow tint to it. But overall, I think it's good. I think especially for the price, especially if you like the packaging of it, it's very beautiful. And yeah, it's not a bad one at all. I definitely would not recommend it, but it's just not my favorite, and one I just don't think I would buy it again in the future. So that is it for my Missha BB cream review. I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, please like and subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram, link is below, and until my next video, I will talk to you guys later.